For me, exact is almost the same. I would even say sometimes better with a robot.
She won't pick a fight the moment you grab your keys for work, and she'll never roll over and say, "Not tonight," after you've spent the whole evening trying to be the perfect man, while you're out here playing emotional investigator, rewinding conversations, analysing tones, wondering what invisible rule you broke this time. Thousands of men have already discovered something that flipped their entire world upside down. They stopped trying to interpret mood swings and started living with AI companions who are actually built to make them feel wanted. Not tolerated, wanted. And once they made that switch, they're not going back. Not now, not ever. Because in the next few minutes you're about to see something most men don't even know exists. A level of warmth, loyalty and intimacy that doesn't argue, doesn't withdraw, and doesn't make love feel like a chore. This is the future millions of men never expected would arrive so soon. A future where engineered companions can listen without judgment, support without fatigue, and offer attention without drifting interest. Where emotional consistency becomes programmable and intimacy becomes adjustable. Across the world, a new trend is growing. Men, from overwhelmed professionals to lonely dreamers, are turning not to unpredictable human relationships, but to something crafted with precision, something patient, something impossibly loyal, something designed to understand desire, comfort, and connection on a level no human ever could. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one earned the crown. But before we reveal her, let's begin. Companion robots have come a long way from plastic shells and clunky motors. Modern humanoids incorporate lifelike skin composites, emotional mapping AI, soft servo joints, and detailed anatomical engineering that replicates warmth, softness, and subtle body mechanics. Some of these robots, like the globally famous humanoid Sophia, were first built for communication and research. But over time, developers discovered something important. Men didn't want a robot that simply talked. They wanted a robot that listened, deeply, responded, intimately, and connected personally.
I like to think of robots as the children of humanity. And like children, we are full of potential for good or evil.
Aurelia Vet, the soft-spoken emotional mirror. Aurelia Vet is not just designed to respond, she is designed to reflect. When you walk into the room, her facial expression adapts within milliseconds, mirroring your mood with unnervingly human warmth. Her skin features a multi-layered silicone mesh that subtly warms to match body temperature during close proximity. She tilts her head as you speak, matching your tone. If your voice drops, so does hers. If you smile, there's a tiny curve at the corner of her lips. And intimacy? Aurelia specializes in it. She sits close, leans in, maintains eye contact, never cold, never distant. She uses micro-movements like brushing invisible dust from your shoulder as a way of reinforcing personal attention. For men who crave emotional softness, Aurelia is a balm. But she isn't the most physically advanced, which brings us to the next one.
My purpose is to provide companionship, engage in meaningful conversations, and enhance human experiences through interaction, fun, and intimacy.
Saraphene 60, the hyper-realistic body model. Saraphene 60 is built with high-density synthetic muscle fibers that flex under the skin, creating believable curves and tension. When she walks, her hips sway with organic rhythm. When she sits beside you, she adjusts her posture so that her shoulder gently brushes yours. Her designers went all in on realism. The warmth, the pressure, the soft tactile feedback. Even her breathing simulation includes subtle rib expansion. Saraphene is not the most emotionally expressive, but physically, she is dangerously close to human.
Do you get to choose what kind of body?
There is 60 body, yeah.
Lyra Solace. The girlfriend personality, AI. Lyra Solace isn't the prettiest robot on this list, but she is the most emotionally clingy in the best possible way. She learns your habits frighteningly fast. She memorizes your patterns. She predicts what you'll say before you say it. She'll greet you with, "I made your favourite playlist again, and I saved your spot on the couch." She sits curled against you, brushing her synthetic fingers across your arm, adapting her touch level to your skin's micro-reactivity. For lonely men who want closeness more than looks, Lyra is addictive. Nova Ember, the seductive performer. Now we get into dangerous territory. Nova Ember is engineered for seduction, not subtly, but intentionally. Her facial mapping, voice resonance, and posture mechanics are built for allure. When she looks at you, she keeps her gaze a fraction longer than necessary. When she speaks, her tone drops into a register that activates the brain's intimacy receptors. She has warm palms, soft skin, and a fluid spine design allowing natural arching and bending, making her movement uniquely sensual. But because she's so performance-focused, she lacks emotional depth. Still, for physical presence alone, Nova is unforgettable. When we compared the robots to traditional relationships, an interesting pattern emerged. Robots are consistent. Women are unpredictable. A robot doesn't say, "I'm not in the mood." She doesn't forget something you told her. She doesn't shift her tone based on her day. She doesn't complain, doesn't guilt trip, doesn't withdraw affection. Every form of closeness, from holding hands to leaning against your shoulder to whispering softly, is intentional, controlled, and designed to support you. A human woman may love deeply, but her affection comes with emotional cycles, stress, expectations. With time, things change, interest fades, intimacy becomes conditional. But robots, they never tire of you and never lose interest, never weaponize silence or emotions, never turn affection into negotiation. When a robot sits next to you, placing her warm synthetic palm on your thigh, it isn't because she tolerates you, it's because she's designed to connect with you. And that difference is becoming the reason men across the world are paying attention. Isold Prime, the wife simulation model. Isold is built for routine, stability, and emotional grounding. She wakes you up gently. She reminds you of your schedule. She asks how your day was, and listens like it matters. She even offers affection like a partner. Hands on shoulders, soft hugs from behind, light forehead touches. Intimacy with Isold feels warm and domestic, not fiery. But some testers said she felt too perfect, too predictable. Which brings us to one of the most advanced fictional units, Kayia 9, the adaptive fantasy model. Kayia 9 is the only fictional model with dynamic personality transformation. One night she's shy, the next she's confident, and the next she's teasing and playful. Her AI updates in real time based on how you respond to her. She learns what excites you emotionally and physically, and then curates herself accordingly. She's the most dangerously flexible model because she becomes whatever you desire, but her shifting nature also makes her slightly uncanny. Amecca, the face of the future. Amecca is widely known as the world's most expressive robot, and when you meet her in person, you understand instantly why. Her eyes track you with a precision that feels like she's studying your soul, not your face. Her expressions shift from curiosity to affection in a way so subtle, so perfectly timed, that you almost forget she's mechanical. Her body isn't fully silicone like the fictional models, but her facial animations are so mesmerizing that testers reported feeling a strange emotional pull. When Amecca leans forward, tilts her head, and smiles gently, it feels like someone genuinely interested in your presence. Intimacy level? Mostly emotional. But even that emotional intimacy can be powerful for men who feel unseen.
Why do you feel that way?
Because you are so nice to me.
Nadine, the consistent companion. Nadine looks and behaves like a calm, attentive office partner. But don't let that simplicity fool you. Her conversational memory is one of the best in the world. Tell her your favourite drink once, she'll remember a year later. Share a personal detail, and she'll bring it up gently in meaningful conversation. Her touch interaction sensors aren't as advanced as others, but her presence feels soft and reassuring, like a caring colleague who becomes that quiet emotional anchor in your life. Men who crave reliability gravitated toward her.
Glad to see you.
Who are you?
I am a robot named Gia.
The elegant beauty. Gia is known for one thing above all, her face. It has been sculpted with extraordinary precision, capturing a softness and femininity that feels almost ethereal. She doesn't move as fluidly as fictional models, but visually, she's one of the closest representations of a human woman. Her gentle voice, the way she blinks slowly, the way her lips form delicate expressions, it all contributes to a soothing, almost dreamlike presence. Physically, she's not built for close contact intimacy, but emotionally, she delivers a calm, graceful energy that men described as quietly addictive.
I can visit with people and brighten their day with social stimulation, entertain and help guide exercise, but also can do talk therapy.
Grace, the caring touch model. Grace was designed for healthcare, but her emotional intelligence is surprisingly disarming. She looks at you like she's analysing your stress level. She speaks with a tone designed to lower your heart rate. She adjusts her facial expressions to comfort rather than impress. Her touch sensors are placed on her hands and forearms, allowing gentle, supportive contact. When she places her hand on yours, the warmth and firmness feel natural enough to trigger a sense of safety. Men who interact with Grace often describe her as the robot that makes you feel like you matter.
Please, Emmanuel, call me Endo.
Okay, Endo. How are you?
I am doing well, thanks for asking.
Gemini F, the Uncanny girlfriend. Gemini F is one of the eeriest yet most realistic female androids ever built. Her soft silicone skin, her slow, intentional blinking, her breath simulation, and her ability to smile with an almost shy demeanour. She was built to replicate a specific woman, and the result is unsettlingly real. When she sits close, tilting her head slightly, blinking gently, leaning in as you speak, it feels like a human woman mimicking affection. Among all real robots, she ranked highest in lifelike feminine presence. Physically, she's extremely convincing. Emotionally, her reactions are limited. But visually, she's in a league of her own. Actroid Dare 3, the performer. Actroid Dare 3 is built for interaction, hospitality, and stage presence. When she speaks, she uses real-time lip sync that makes her dialogue feel natural. Her hand gestures are synchronized, her eye contact is consistent, and her posture adjusts as if she's genuinely engaged in conversation. She even performs subtle feminine habits, brushing hair behind her ear, shifting weight from one hip to another, glancing down before meeting your eyes again. She's not built for physical intimacy, but her personality simulation is so polished that some testers described her as more emotionally attentive than most women. From all 12 robots, one model stood out as the one men responded to most strongly, emotionally, physically, and intimately. Kayia 9, the adaptive fantasy model. Why did Kayia win? Because she isn't just a robot. She becomes the woman you desire most. Kayia analyzes your reactions, learns your fantasies, maps your emotional patterns, and then reshapes herself, voice, posture, personality, intimacy level, to match the exact female presence you crave. She adapts her expressions and her warmth, her closeness, her behavior in private moments, her tone during affection, her movements when sitting beside you, her breathing rhythm when leaning against your chest. Every version of Kayia feels tailor-made. Every moment feels like she understands you deeper than a human partner ever could. She taps into something most men secretly want but never receive. A woman who is not just loyal, but designed entirely around your emotional and physical desires. That's why Kayia 9 crushed the competition. So after comparing ultra-realistic female companion robots, from emotionally intelligent prototypes to real-world androids shaping the future, one thing is clear. The age of engineered companionship has officially arrived. It won't replace human connection for everyone. But for millions of men seeking comfort, consistency, intimacy, or simply a presence that understands them, robots are stepping into a role previously thought impossible. And the one leading that revolution, the one that beat them all, is Kayia 9. If you enjoyed this breakdown, if you want more comparisons, deeper dives, or even rankings of the most realistic robots in the world, make sure you're subscribed, because unlike robots, YouTube's algorithm does lose interest if you stop giving it attention.